Welcome back to MyGM 2K25 Extreme Mode. I am your host, attackslug. We are nearing the end of this playthrough, and it is pretty much neck and neck with CM Punk and Monday Night Raw. And our budget is terrible, and the biggest concern outside of injuries is I don't know what power cards my opponents could possibly play. I know for a fact that SmackDown and EC Dub both have that Logistics Tier 1 card from winning at War Games, but besides that, I have no idea. So, I would love to spend money on this. I just don't have it in the budget. It's just not there. Besides this one, the email campaign, which increases my show quality and an extra grand for my payout, which is like, yeah, but I have a show to book today. And the question is, on the roster, who in the blue hell can be on that show, and who in the blue hell has bad stamina? So Cody, definitely not working on the show today. Obviously, Monsoon's out for another week. And then Solo and maybe Chelsea Green. Maybe not. We'll see what the deal is there. But Fatu, I want to put in a promo because his feud should be the mid-card match for WrestleMania. Fingers crossed. But we shall see. Honestly, I don't know at this point. But based on popularity, it should be Javon at Mania, not at the go-home. So ideally, my Mania mid-card 2 matches should include this title and this title. But we'll see how things play out. In any event, to book the show for today, who can even work? Boy, howdy, would it be finally Maurice and the Lash Legend, who are not currently in a rivalry, and they should be. So that might open the show. So the lovely Maurice and the Lash Legend, who is at 44 stamina, let's put the title on Lash today. That seems like a good idea to hopefully spark a rivalry and keep her happy with her poor morale. That'd be a good idea. So that opens the show. What closes the show is not going to be your tag teams. What closes the show is the phenomenal AJ Styles and Wade Barrett, because they both have the stamina to do so, and they have a level 1 rivalry. But we know in the promo department, we will have Aleister Black calling out Cody because Cody's stamina is so low, and he'll regain more on that call out, even if Aleister is a 3 on promo and Cody is 5. I get that. We need Cody working at Mania. Put on them boots. Now, our tag team call out promo, we want the champions calling out the challengers because of Solo. Again, poor stamina. We want the full 12 back on Solo. The usual for Mr. Shaquille O'Neal. But I did want to check who else perhaps is in poor morale besides Lash Legend. So right here, all these are fine. They're fine. These are fine. Lash is upset. And we're okay here. So it's kind of just Lash. So making sure that Lash wins is top on my list of priorities. Otherwise, what gets booked on this show? Because good God almighty. Chelsea and Natalya, I mean, we should, even if she's at 39, that did, at 39, injure Monsoon yesterday, but we run that risk. We run that risk. So the problem now is the mid-card otherwise, because I can't run Chosen and Monsoon. I could do a call-out promo from Chosen to Monsoon, which really is kind of a waste of money, to be honest. And so who in the blue hell do we bring in to work here? Like, I could work some jobbers, right? I could work Fatu. And again, that is a risk you have to take at this point in the show. It really is just a staggeringly rough time. So if I worked Fatu and Javon, that would actually be our main event, because it's more important than AJ and Wade Barrett. So locking that in and then swapping it right there. We'll put Barrett and AJ up here. And then we have one last thing to book, and I don't know what it's going to be. I could have Stardust versus a jobber. I'm sorry, I have Bayley. And Bayley has a bunch of stamina, which is great. But we need a heel to face Bayley. So in our scouts, Do we have it here? We do. We got Psycho Sally, we got Odyssey Rift, and either one would be fine. We'll bring in Miss Odyssey Rift here for 2,400. Because again, I want Bailey in the Lash and Maurice thing, but it has to start first. We don't want the cooldown to affect the star rating, and that would be a bad time. So, Bailey and Odyssey Rift for 1 week. It's fine. It's going to be a star, maybe a star and a half if I'm lucky. Honestly, I don't know. We're at 21K out of our 86 in the budget, which is, yeah, you know, not great. As far as stips here go, probably not. I mean, I could do tables for these two because they have the stamina to do so. So let's bump that up with 6K, which brings us to 27,000 in our show cost. And before I forget, are there any physio cards for sale? There are not. There is Fixed Match, which, why even ever buy that? Because you could just do it yourself. One randomly, balls count anywhere, gets a better rating, don't care. And a Health Spa number 2 for 12 more stamina, which, yes, is good for my low stamina guys right now, but at the same time, there's not a lot of weeks left to do that. So it's a rough proposition. We hope that nobody gets hurt, but we can't guarantee things on this show. So Triple H says, rest them guys. I mean, that's not going to happen. They're in a promo. With that being said, and this match being a certainly concern for risk of injury, we roll the dice one more time, lock in the show at a third of our budget, and see how things play out. Importantly, we must make sure that Lash Legend wins this matchup. 3.5 star opener. It was great. The call out, level 1 and level 2. Fantastic. The match that no one cares about. 1, 2, 3. It is ding dong, as it should be, with a 1.5 stars. The call out, level 1 and level 2. Love that. Chelsea Green and Natalya, the first of 2 matches to be concerned about. Please don't get hurt, Miss Hot Mess. Chelsea Green wins the match. It was 2.5, and thankfully, no injury. Tomorrow, Chelsea, you're on a promo. That's for sure. Shaq Man gives me 5,000 extra fans. Thank you, Shaq. Tables match, AJ Styles, Wade Barrett, the Bullhammer. And it is Wade Barrett, and it was 3.5. And again, your main event, please don't get hurt. Get in where you fit in. What it is, what it does. Jacob Fatu gets the win, and it is 3.5 stars. So a solid show outside of Bailey and Odyssey Rift, which is good. And most importantly, nobody got hurt. Now, over on the CM Punk show, Dante is fine. Rowan is not. So what's it gonna be? He gets the win, and it was 3.5, and somehow didn't get hurt. Tag team call out was good, but no increase. Raquel is back in action after being injured back on last Monday. And now she faces Becky Lynch, and she is pissed off. So big time, the man, it is 2 stars. Isla Dawn is +4. Josh Briggs, Julius Creed, who's been hurt on the show, I think at least once before. Briggs gets the win, and it is 3 stars. Mark Coffey, Duke Hudson doing fine on their stamina. It is Duke Hudson, and it was 2.5. And your main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, HBK, Noam Dar, and Randy Orton. One of these things is not like the other. But let's get it done. It is a new RKO out of nowhere, 3.5 stars. Over on SmackDown, they brought in Eddie to fight Gunther. That's great. They have the money to do so, and we'll see how Team Teddy works it out. But Gunther falls to we lie, we cheat, we steal. 3.5 stars. Austin Theory calling him out and gets nothing. Tables match, Matador and Eric, who are both not pleased to be on SmackDown apparently. But Eric gets the win. Join the raid. It was 2.5 stars. Shayna Baszler +2. Dragon Lee and Ivar, both terrible stamina. It's gonna be main event Ivar, and it was 3.5. The call out to Lyra did nothing. Wendy Chu, Rhea, Bloody, Ripley. It is Wendy Chu, and it was 3 stars. And your main event, Andrade Ludwig Kaiser with a Hector Flores run-in. And Kaiser, who is one half of your tag team champions, has 16 freaking stamina. So what the hell, bruh? He wins, and it was 4 stars, and he's out the rest of the season. Looking like it. Sorry, Kaiser. Sorry, Imperium. Them's the breaks. Meanwhile, the return of royalty. The Prince and the King versus the family. Higglesby and Tony D. It is Higglesby and Tony D. It was 3 stars. And Lexus King also done for the season. Because even if your power card says reduce injury 3 weeks, today's Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, okay, you're done. Blair calls out Gigi, level 0 to level 1. Tables match, Bianca and JC Jane. It is JC Jane, and it was 1.5 stars. Montez calling out Akam, level 0, level 1. The Bruiserweight, the power of Tozawa in the mid-card. It is Pete Dunne. Don't call him Butch. It was 2 stars. Marquis versus Thorpe for the vacant TV title. Eddie Thorpe gets the win. It was 2 stars. He is, I'm sorry, for the vacant world title. I always mix those up because the picture's so small. So yes, your new ECW world champion is indeed Eddie Thorpe. And your main event, Fallon Henley, Jakara Jackson. It is Fallon Henley. It was 3 stars. And so we broke even on the first match. We won the 4th match. And that was our, not terrible Tuesday show for NXT. Importantly, we maintained. So we tied Raw. We lost to Raw. We lost to Raw. We beat Raw. And we tied Raw. So it shouldn't be a major fan increase for Raw. Good, good, and good. 21,000 in the fans and 55 in the cash. 20,000 in the fans and 92 in the cash. SmackDown, 18,000 in the fans, and they made 81. And EC Dub does 9. Wow, that's terrible. And they made 80. Like, was there a power card at play there, or were they just freaking terrible? Because what the hell? Fixed match card has been earned. It could go any way in the next 3 days, depending on talent and power cards and whatever. But Providence, Rhode Island. Maurice is mad about losing that title. And she wants her rematch. And yes, that will happen. Perhaps on the go home, but that will happen. Aleister Black, he wants the main events. That depends on the stamina of one Cody Rhodes, which should be, maybe, high enough to do so. So I'm going to tentatively agree to that and say, sure, we'll do that, I hope. But let's go check on that stamina because it might not be an option for tomorrow. Oh yeah, it's fine. He's at 43. We can work Cody on the show versus Aleister Black tomorrow. That's no big deal in that main event. Who we can't work tomorrow is Miss Chelsea Green, Miss Lash Legend, Jacob, and Monsoon. I don't care. Honestly, he's pissed off because he got hurt. But that's, again, he's a jobber. Not that worried about it, if we're being honest. I just needed to have an extra feud there because of the whole thing with the 5 on the show and then 2 at Mania. So that is what it is. And we'll do what we have to do. So, that being said, we have one more show to maximize these rivalries, and then the go home, and then Mania, and then we're done. So, I'll see you here. I'll see you next time for more videos on this channel, and I'm out.